1-800-228-8711. Exclusively for Washington and Baltimore, this is WJFK's Don and Mike Pre-Show. WJFK's 2 o'clock hour, the Don and Mike Pre-Show. This is an hour of the Don and Mike Show, exclusively for Washington and Baltimore.
I remember the time, oh, so long ago.
For you, the audience that made the Don and Mike Show nationally syndicated. So get set for an hour of the Don and Mike Show that nobody else gets anywhere else in the country. WJFK's Don and Mike Pre-Show starts right now with The Cavalcade. The Cavalcade. The Cavalcade. The Cavalcade.
Don and Mike, WJFK.
Shall we begin?
Very, very shy. Well, what would you do with the brain if you had one?
How do you feel?
I feel fine, so I'm pissed off.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Marion Barry, and here's my rap. Won't tolerate drugs in the nation's capital. You better be clean when you cross the line. This is hard as being mayor, man. Being drug free for your fun. Walk away and don't be shy about saying no to getting high. Life's too short, throw away. They know it's not hard to say. Never too late. Turn it around with the go-go sound. Drugs kill and destroy your will. Leave you broke and standing still. Never, never, never be shy. Tell the world that you get high.
I'm going to call my lawyer right now. I think that I got Pepperfield with this guy. They set me up like this. Set me up, ain't that
Into one whole heap of flour, stir 2 middling amounts of buttermilk, add a smidgen of item sin.
One of them's not measurements. A smidgen is just a teensy little bit, just like that. 3 smidgens makes 1 pinch. 4 pinches equals 1 little bit. 4 little bits equals 1 middling amount. 3 middling amounts equals 1 right smart, and it takes 5 right smarts to make a whole heap.
It's the Jane Fonda Brain Surgeon's workout tape.
Are you ready to do the workout? This is the beginner brain surgeon's workout for residents and interns. Hold your scalpel 2 centimeters above the area. Make your incision approximately 3 millimeters in diameter. Now pull back the scalp and 1. Stretch it out. 2. Pull it back. Everybody now saw to the left and saw to the right. Saw to the left.
Jane knows nothing about brain surgery, and nobody cares.
Now we're going to concentrate on those hard-to-reach places. So get out your laser scalpel and 1. Go for the burn. 2. Go for the burn. 1.
The Jane Fonda Brain Surgeon's workout tape. It's mind-boggling. Malpractice insurance is not
Go for the
included.
burn.
Now let's get this straight, Wilma. I'm the breadwinner in this family, and I do not want my wife working.
Oh, come on, Fred. We could always use the extra money, and now that Pebbles has grown up, I don't have a child to take care of anymore.
What about me?
Oh, I take it back.
You've still got plenty to do around here, like washing my clothes, fixing my dinner, buffing my bowling ball.
I don't think this contest is over yet, Buzz. If that is your real name.
What up? It's kicking in the house, homeboy.
Who's got the greater show, #1 in radio? Don and Mike. Who takes it all in stride now that they are nationwide? Don and Mike. They're clever, they never lack things to do. White Mavericks and Catholics, they're simply sick about it, you'll be too. Who's beating all the odds to become a radio gods? Don and Mike. They've got the best show on the air. They're zany, they're funny, they're gonna make themselves an awful lot of money. Here's fun for me and you. Sit back and listen to the Don and Mike Show.
heart with the Lord to guide her. She was a sister who really could. Isadora was the first bar burner, age of that she showed up. And the country was falling apart. Betsy Ross got it all sold up.
And then there's Maud.
Then there's Maud.
And then there's Maud.
And then there's Maud.
And then there's Maud.
And then there's Maud. That uncompromising, enterprising, anything but tranquilizing. Right on, Maud.
We're out of toilet paper.
No, we're not. I bought some yesterday. It's in the closet in the kitchen.
I ain't in the kitchen.
Hi, this is David Cassidy. I don't know about you, but I never listened to Don Geronimo and Michael Mira.
Wow, what a great audience. Weren't they too much?
They were really out of sight. I bet we could have stayed out there taking bows all night.
Danny, there's more to life than taking vows.
Not when you're an egomaniac with grease paint in your blood.
It's not grease paint anymore. It's pancake. And it's not in your blood. As a matter of fact, most of it's on the front of your shirt.
Show 'em you're talented. Who needs to be neat?
He's done washing. Can I go swimming here in the cement pond?
Of course not. I don't allow nobody to splash around in my wash water.
No place else you can wash?
This cement pond's the only water we got. Place ain't got a well, it ain't got a creek. Ain't even got a rain barrel to catch what comes out of the sky.
Shall we talk about your youngster who's entering our 5th grade? What is his name?
Jethro Bodine.
Bodine? Jethro.
No, ma'am. Jethro Bodine.
You always put the last name. Now, male, of course.
Yes, ma'am. Just got a letter this morning.
Oh, you are the fun-loving one, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't he always come back? If he wants to preach God, why isn't he sitting next to you on the couch saying, I'm back, and believe in God? Wouldn't that be a better message than just walking around hiding?
He wrote a personal letter on April the 22nd, 1993, which adds up to 2001. He's into numerology. August the 16th, 1977 is 2001. The last page of the book, he wrote a personal letter, John, there, explaining the situation that we tried for 5 years to get him back. If anybody's seen the movie, The Firm, they saw Elvis as Tom Cruise because there was every kind of goon and every kind of people after him.
Yeah. I don't know what to say except if he is back, and if he's your friend, can I get him the sweeps? I would love that. He's great.
I wonder if too lonesome tonight. You know, someone said the world's a stage and each of us play a part. Plus tax. You read your lines so cleverly. I never missed a cue. They came back too. You forgot the words and the change, fool. This whole thing. It might take a whole day.
A day?
Maybe two.
Well, can you lend me a car until you have my running again?
Well, we'll do better than that. I'll be happy to drive you wherever you want to go.
And why should you go to all that bother?
Because around here I'm known as your very bothering mechanic.
I'm sure you are.
How would you like to go out with?
I'm a working girl.
Not tomorrow, you're not. I checked already. I'm on the shift that gets off, too. And I got a whole day to spend with you. Oh?
It's all right.
Yeah?
Meet me at the University of Nevada tomorrow.
You must be kidding.
No.
What are they teaching you? How to stack cards, deal from the bottom of the deck, or what? Look, Rusty, I thought maybe you and I could go dancing or something.
Oh, you want to go dancing?
Or something.
Meet me at the University Gymnasium tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And we'll, dance.
Or something. Just a few more 100 of these and I'll be racing again. Someday.
I just don't understand this part of you. I really don't.
What do you mean this part of me? Rusty, it is me. Try to understand, it is me.
Then you've got to understand me. When I get married, I want a little white house with a tree in the front yard. A real kind of tree with green leaves.
Oh, that. When I get into the money, we can have 100 trees. And a big white house. A 4-car garage and everything. Because by then I'll be the champ.
I don't want you to be champ. Look, don't you think I know that every single cent that you get your hands on, you're going to gamble away? Because it's that motor you want? The Grand Prix, any race?
Dance.
Or something. Just a few more 100 of these and I'll be racing again. Someday.
I just don't understand this part of you. I really don't.
What do you mean this part of me? Rusty, it is me. Try to understand, it is me.
Then you've got to understand me. When I get married, I want a little white house with a tree in the front yard. A real kind of tree with green leaves.
Oh, that. When I get into the money, we can have 100 trees. And a big white house. A 4-car garage and everything. Because by then I'll be the champ.
I don't want you to be champ. Look, don't you think I know that every single cent that you get your hands on, you're going to gamble away? Because it's that motor you want? The Grand Prix, any race? Any fool would know you won't change. Not for anybody. Not for anybody.
I hate to break this up, folks, but if you don't want to be late for the talent contest, we better go, baby.
Don't call me
Baby.
Did you know Elvis when he was alive?
I knew Elvis before he cut out.
Meaning?
Being that I still know Elvis.
Yes, but did you know when he was
I
alive?
started with him in early '55 in Dallas, Texas. He was a gangling, good-looking kid, and two things stood out. The name Elvis, which is a very southern name. We had Tom, Dick, and Harry, but Elvis stood out. Another thing, he's a very humble, gracious person. He called ma'am and sir to kids. So I started with him in early '55.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. Thank you. Good night.
Friday. Hey, is it just me or is everybody else out there feeling kind of high day afternoon? See everybody. Jolly Miss Molly. Are you ready for the weekend, my friend? Don't fret it. The Don Gerardo and Michael Mayer are going to set it up just right. Before your 48 hours of non-stop fun begins, get ready to... After the guys from WJFK's afternoon show. That's right, it's Donnie with Mikey Blades coming at you right about now. We'll shake ya.
I had fried food again for lunch today. I know, I shouldn't have had it, but I couldn't help myself. You think I lack self-discipline?
Scrotums in the news.
don't think this contest is over yet, Buzz. If that is your real name.
What up? It's kicking in the house, homeboy.
Oh, yes! 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 Oh! Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Don't call them places drugstores.
Granny's right, Jethro. Put the truck away.
Yeah, but the sign on the front said drugstore.
I don't care what it says. I say they's not drugstores. They is what-not shops.
Granny's right, Jethro. Put the truck away.
You can buy automobile tires, bed springs, toilet soapies, but just let a doctor walk in like I done and ask for a simple healing drug, like bull nettle root and wahoo bark, and they look at you like you were some kind of a nut.
Granny's right, Jethro. Put the truck away.
Well, maybe they don't sell bull nettle root or wahoo bark.
Then don't call them drugstores. Hey, look what couple ain't through while you was at the drugstore. I didn't get took to no drugstore. I got took to a what-not shop.
Granny's right, Jethro. Put the truck away.
But the sign out front said drugstore.
Put the truck away.
I don't care what the sign says.
Open the box, Granny.
You can't believe it's not. What did you believe?
Oh, look at all the stuff Mr. Drysdale sent over for you.
What's that, Melanie?
Well, these here's what you call golf bags.
Sure is a heap fancier than a gunny sack for toting game.
Something again, them golfs must be about gopher size. If Mr. Drysdale can get 57 of them in one of these.
Golfs ain't nothing like gophers, Granny. Them things can fly.
Fly?
Golf? Yes, sir, Uncle Jed. Mr. Drysdale said the fellow we're shooting with today, he got 4 birdies yesterday.
Golfs must be mighty funny-looking critters. Fly like a bird and live in the ground like a gopher.
Well, the only thing I know is that them rascals are sure hard to kill. After you shoot them, you gotta club them.
Granny, the big boxes are just full of golf clubs.
Look at this, Uncle Jed.
That's a wicked-looking knob on this club. You could brain a bear with that.
Think that one's wicked. Look at this one. That knob is solid iron.
Oh, here's something else Mr. Drysdale sent over to us. He said we're supposed to wear these things when we shoot golfs.
I ain't darned Jethro. Them golfs must be the toughest little critters.
Hey, darling, how much longer do you think you'll be working?
Till we get an idea, honey.
That rate will be here from 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, Rob had opened his big mouth and say we'd write a show for Alan Brady while he's on vacation. Look at them all been resting.
You know, you should have let the network run that old movie like they wanted to.
I got it. I got it. An original idea. What's the one thing that's never been done on television?
You can't do that on television.
What is the one thing that's never been done on television?
Radio.
You want to do radio on television?
Yeah. I say we get a great old radio performer. We can build the whole show around him.
Oh, Rod, most people today couldn't care less about the radio personality.
Sally, I couldn't agree with you more. He's always talking about some radio stars that I never heard of.
Oh, come on now. You can't tell me that everybody wouldn't love to see the man.
Hey, what are you going to shoot for them skeets?
Oh, no. Today we're going to be shooting game.
Oh, praise be. We can use some fresh meat. Try and get a possum or a squirrel.
Well, according to Mr. Drysdale, we're going to be shooting some game called golf.
Incarnation is a golf.
Well, don't right to know, Granny, but they must be thicker than crows in a corn patch around here, because Mr. Drysdale says everybody in Beverly Hills shoots them.
I've never seen no strange critters running around. They must live in holes in the ground like a gopher.
Yeah, I reckon maybe you're right. Just the other day, I heard him say he shot 9 holes of golf and got...
And I asked him to stay. He has handled this situation as a a disgrace!
Never want to turn your back. Why has it never done it before?
Well, possibly there's something going on in the building that we didn't have at sound
Well,
check.
I want to do something that is going to, like, check everywhere to make sure this doesn't happen again. Because it happened in Where's the Party, and it happened in...
So what you don't understand is there's no way of checking things. We can do things
How
at
come
sound
it's not
check.
happening in the King Gone?
But I have no answer for that. Because if there's something very close to your frequency on
Well, if you don't...
So there's something...
Put me on their frequency, and you know... I mean, you know...
399 of the plays I've been calm and one I've been excited. Yet you son of a made a big deal out of it. That's life. Remember that. 1 out of 400. I got excited this whole year. 1. So as long as you remember that, don't ever ask me another question like that about those things, because I won't answer and I'll walk out of here. You want to talk about football, fine. You don't, then you go somewhere else. Any one of you, all of you. You want to write about something else, you go somewhere else. You want to talk about football, you talk about it. If you think this is a soap opera, you're full of Now, what else you want to know?
Coach, I've respected you. I've never called anybody that name. That's the last time I've ever been called that name.
Well, good. I'm glad you respected me. Anything else?
There's a big article about the Home Shopping Club in the New York Times Magazine on Sunday.
Yes, I read it.
And they said that in 1991, the Home Shopping Club did, in business, over $1 billion.
Man.
The other thing I learned, when the guy selling the stuff says goodbye to the callers, it's not bye-bye, it's always bye-bye. B-U-H-B-Y-E. Bye-bye. Not bye-bye. Bye-bye. Are we running a little late? Bye-bye.
About this time, I'm beginning to feel a great sense of release and exhilaration. And with that comes optimism for a good day.
On in Mike, their bonus today. 8 years of great ratings deserve some rebating. Truth is, it's just too much of a skin with the pain. You spend all your money on... Taiwan, give up that green wall to the big boys at JFK.
But you give my daddy more money.
Come Geronimo and Mike O'Mara, WJFK.
on the last.
Don and Mike on WJFK, Washington. Don and Mike on WJFK. Want some more?
It's Don and Mike's last show on WJFK.
1974 to early 1975 CD. Oh, yeah. We discussed this one the other day, because the opening line is something about your hands being wet, right?
Right.
Listening to Brenda Lee on the radio.
I've been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel. Still a great driving song if you put it on in your car.
Oh, yeah. Golden Earring. Great I Love. And what a great intro. I mean, you could do the weather, you could do the sports, you could do a public service announcement, you could do a request line phone-in thing, you can give birthdays, do the bar mitzvah list.
Did you just know instinctually how much time you have?
Sherry, it's coming up right now.
The Don and Mike Show, WJFK.
And my WJFK.
Howdy, hi. Hello. Hey, we made it here.
Drama contains adult language and scenes with partial nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Just made it. We were hiding in our office. Yep. Hiding from a client. Hello, everybody.
As the ratings go up, up, up.
Yeah.
Competition goes down, down, down.
Some did it better than others.
Don and Mike's syndication is spread through the nation. Their show's the most from coast to coast.
Told you. Leave the office. You face the challenge. You face the chance that you're going to have to run into the client down there in the lobby or in the parking lot.
Ran out there like a rabbit, and I got the wolf.
And there he is. Mike! Nice to meet you.
Don and Mike are the ones who will best entertain you. Great radio pair. Best on the air.
Hi, it's us, him and me, Don Geronimo, Mike O'Mara, and all the regulars. Thank you so much for listening to our festive little pre-show here on WJFK FM 106.7 Washington and WJFK AM 1300 Baltimore. Yes, that's really how we were spending the last few moments.
Yes, we were. We were in hiding, and then, I was like the inexperienced little gopher that decided to go out of the gopher hole and run across the yard.
It just sometimes, after a long week of major league broadcasting, and and every show we do is incredibly perfect. Well, what an incredible amount of pressure that is to have square on your shoulders every day to come in and do an absolutely perfect, flawless show.
A perfect show, Don, and incredibly taxing. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh God, I am exhausted already. We only been on for like 3 minutes. I am tired, man. Man, I'm beat. So there's a client. Well, there is radio's Buzz Burbank. Hello, Buzz.
Hi, Don. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi. Yeah, I got something for you. Hold on, there it is.
I don't think this contest is over yet, Buzz. If that is your real name.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Buzz.
Hi.
So there's a client here, and he's a nice enough guy, and he spends a lot of money with the radio station.
Great guy.
We're glad to have him on board, but it's just on a Friday.
Yep.
Heading into the weekend. A client is just not who I want to see right before we go on for the big Friday, get out of town, party till you puke weekend show.
That's right. We just want to, keep it normal for Friday. Keep everything, and keep all outsiders away. It doesn't matter who it is, and I know that sounds nasty to say, but keep outsiders away.
So we're huddled. You know how we've been kidding about how this new lunchroom is kind of like Hitler's bunker? Mm-hmm. Well, that's exactly what it was like today, because the door was shut, no one was allowed in, and all we knew was every once in a while someone would come back and say, "Client's still here. Client's in your office.
Yep.
Client's looking for you." We go, "Okay, shut the door." And we'd sit there and have our lunch. Oh, and that show, that one life to live.
Doesn't it kick butt compared to All My Children?
God, just let me tell you a little bit what happened on today's show. I know a lot of you, like Buzz, you're in there preparing the news. You don't get to watch these soap operas with us.
Right.
The one that's on from 1 to 2, All My Children, is like a big ratings winner, but it pales in comparison with storylines and action to the new show.
It's like a low-rent Dynasty. It just doesn't cut it for us.
Yeah, and then 2 o'clock comes around, and it's One Life to Live. And today, you had a couple of underage teenagers getting away to a shack in the middle of nowhere where they were going to experiment smoking cigarettes.
With no filters.
Oh, man.
And while this is going on, you have a convicted murderer who has broken out of jail with a big giant scar on the side of his face. The guy was psychotically carving a duck decoy before the 2 kids came into the little shack where he's been hiding out. And as we had to leave, and that pains me, to leave that great show to come in here and do this show every day. It's a real test. Yeah, it's a real test of my professionalism. Look it up on the Pro.
I can only imagine what the last 40 minutes is like. I mean, it must just be incredible because they saved the best stuff till the very end of the last show on Friday.
Yeah, and when we had to walk out, here are these 2 kids, like they got to be 13. And what a gig for them, huh? They're on TV, and they get to smoke on TV. And it's okay because they're filming a TV show. So they're lighting up the cigarettes, the no filters, and they're doing the big puffy clouds of smoke all over. And then from the back, you see through a little crack.
Yeah, a little break in the blinds.
You see these 2 beady eyes, and it's Todd. It's Todd, the guy. Todd's the guy, you know, we've talked about this show before. Todd is the guy that had Powell down and was beating him over the head with a rock. Some kind of brain surgery, and for the most part only had like a little tiny Band-Aid on the back of her neck.
Yep, that's it. They go through amazing things and, are not the worse for wear.
And then you've got this guy who plays Clint Buchanan. Now, his real name, I think, is Clint Ritchie.
Yep.
And we enjoy watching him because he's got a real-life drama happening. He's the guy on the show who plays like a millionaire farmer. And I guess he kind of takes it to heart.
Sure.
In his off time away from the show, he owns a farm somewhere. And about 6 months ago, he was riding on his tractor.
Right.
This is in real life, not on the show.
Okay.
The guy's riding on his tractor, and suddenly he felt that something was going to go wrong, or the tractor went over a bump, or...
He saw a stump. And the tractor went over a stump. He saw the stump, and when the tractor was going over the stump, apparently it listed to the left a little bit, and he thought it was going to tip over.
So he jumped off forward.
Yeah.
Except, he jumped right in front of the tractor. Oh, and then, of course, the tractor ran over.
Yeah, the tractor did not tip over.
In real life.
Yeah.
In real life. And then he wasn't on the show for a while. They would just talk about it.
It righted itself. The tractor righted itself and was coming right for him.
So he didn't recover as quickly as some of the other characters on the show because his injuries were real.
They were real. And then when he came back on the show, he looked like he was in some kind of a crash diet course because the guy looked like he'd been held at a POW camp for a couple of months or something.
He still hasn't completely recovered, but he's making progress. He is looking better with every episode.
Well, it's one of the behind-the-scenes stories that makes that show so much better. They not only got the real-life drama happening there, like the kids smoking and the escaped convict peering at him through the window there, but you've got, the guy who really, trying to escape danger, jumps off his runaway tractor, only to have the tractor run him over.
Yeah.
In real life.
It's amazing. And then, of course, there's Asa, who is the paternal figure. He's the father figure for the entire cast, and he's just a bad guy. He's just a great, nasty old man, and he's wonderful.
We love the show. So we're in there. I'm sorry, go ahead, Buzz.
I was just going to say, why do you care?
I don't think the contest is over yet, Buzz, if that is your real name.
Okay.
So we're back there. We're hiding. Right. We're all in the room in the bunker watching the show.
Yep.
And at some point, I want to break away, and Mike wants to break away.
Right. Yeah, the room does begin to close in on you after a while, no matter how good the soap opera is.
It's about 20 after 2. We all got stuff we've got to do before the beginning of the show. So we make our break. I go to the left. Mike goes to the right. Then you made the tragic mistake.
Yeah, I decided I'd backtrack. I'd go down to the office, get my coat, and make a run down in my car. Had some stuff I wanted to put. I'll be honest. I had some free Diet Coke I wanted to put in my car. And I was coming out just like a burglar with this stuff in my arms, and I saw him. The client! The
client's the guy we've been hiding from for the last half hour. He goes down to his car to put the free Diet Coke in, and boom! There he is right there, face with the client, face to face.
And the worst thing of all, the client had wonderful gifts for us. Wonderful sweatshirts. And I had to feign like they were the greatest thing I'd say. They were really nice sweatshirts, but I had to go, oh, and I had this Diet Coke in my arms, and I was trying. I mean, you want to talk about trapped? I mean, you ever see a squirrel in the road when your headlights are beaten down on it?
Yeah.
I mean, and the squirrel goes first to the right, then to the left, then to the right, and then realizes, and then it just freezes.
Yeah.
That was me. I was frozen with this Diet Coke, and smiling and going, that's great. And meanwhile, I got 2 cases of this stuff, so it's real heavy in my arms like this.
But that should have been your ticket out. That should have been you're out there. These are very heavy. I got to put these down. So excuse me, please. I just wish everyone would remember the 2 words we live by: no outsiders. No outsiders into the inner circle, please.
Yeah, keep outsiders away.
So that's the story of coming in to do the show today. We had a little espionage of our own today, hiding out from a client.
Yeah, we're already exhausted, and the show hasn't even begun yet.
Woo! Man, am I ready for a nap? It's 2:43 on WJFK FM and AM. We've got a big one for you today, including live in studio, the man who sings. Jethro's a Powerful Man.
Mm-hmm.
The one, the only, Buddy Ebsen.
It's very rare that we get a real-life legend on this show, but he's a showbiz legend.
Yeah, we're pretty jacked. He will be here at about 5 o'clock today. Plus, we're going to be meeting the 3 happiest couples from the giant world's largest blind date last night at the bowling alley.
Great.
And have you heard the scuttlebutt behind this yet?
No, I just heard I should have been there. That's really all I know so far.
There was kind of a Tonya Nancy thing happening there last night.
Yeah, a bit of a shootout at the OK Corral.
Wow.
With the role of Nancy being played by a member of the WJFK family.
Yes.
And the role of Tonya being played by one of the people that was a winner. So it was all highly outrageous. We'll find out about it here in a couple of seconds.
You wouldn't think that much would happen at a bowling alley, but it did.
Oh, but it really did. And then I had this right before we get to Buzz and News, and then we'll start the show. Yesterday, when we started off, we had a nice little ream session going here on Harvey Joel Fisher.
Right, yeah.
And I alluded to a story that had been sent to us from Motorcycle International magazine about the gerbils.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And when I walked in today, we had no less than 15 faxes from people who had been listening strictly to hear that story, and we never got to it yesterday. Okay? So let me please apologize first, and now give you the story from Motorcycle International magazine, the February 1994 edition. In retrospect, and now I'm not sure why it was in this magazine. It says here, though, this is the best story of the month, absolutely unconnected with motorcycling.
Oh, good. That's fine. Well, that's fine with me.
So, like, once a month, they must just put something in that has nothing to do with riding a Harley. In retrospect, lighting the match was my mistake. I was only trying to retrieve the gerbil. Vito Bastone told Bemused doctors in the severe burns unit of Salt Lake City Hospital.
Oh, dear.
He and his friend Kiki Rodriguez had been admitted for emergency treatment after a session had gone seriously wrong.
Oh, no.
Oh. He pushed the cardboard tube.
Oh, dear.
Up his friend's butt. I'm paraphrasing here.
You're doing a fine job. I know you're self-editing now, and that's marvelous.
And then slipped the gerbil in. As usual, Kiki shouted, "Armageddon." That was the cue that he had had enough. Armageddon! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I tried to retrieve the gerbil, but he wouldn't come out again. So I peered into the tube and struck a match, thinking that the light might attract him. At a hushed press conference, a hospital spokesman described what happened next.
Oh, my God.
The flame ignited a pocket of intestinal gas, and a flame shot out the tube, igniting the man's mustache and severely burning his face. Oh, boy. It also set fire to the gerbil's fur and whiskers, which in turn ignited a larger pocket of gas further up the intestine, which propelled the rodent out of the tube like a cannonball. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Now, the first guy suffered second-degree burns and a broken nose from the impact of the flying gerbil. The second man suffered first and second-degree burns to his anus and lower intestinal tract. Oh! And Sheriff Hugo Root later told reporters, "It's the gerbil I feel sorry for, being stuffed up someone's tradesman entrance."
Oh, man. And the gerbil, I would guess.
The last line of the story, of course, is that
the gerbil didn't survive.
The gerbil was DOA.
Oh, no.
DOA, but we had promised you the story yesterday, and there you go, kids. Let that be a lesson to you.
Just one more pet that won't be adopted.
Don't Don't try that at home, kids. It's 2:47.
Gives new meaning to the pull my finger game.
Here on WJFK FM and AM. A broken nose. Wow. Imagine that. The power. Boom! Ow! Ow!
A projectile.
And now here is Buzz Burr. You try to give us a story with more entertainment value than that, Buzz. I dare you. There is no news from Lillehammer yet, is there?
Not yet. The skating has begun, but other than that, no news yet.
Do you know what time? What time do you think you'll have the real results?
Well, let's see. As I was about to mention, I think Tanya takes the ice in about 15 minutes from now, and Nancy should be skating about an hour from now.
Oh, good. Then you'll get the results first.
I don't think this contest is over yet, Buzz. If that is your real name.
You get those from Buzz Burbank in a few.
I should have the results for you before 4.
All right, now here's all the rest of the news at 13 till 3. Hello.
Hi, Don and Mike. We were told from the start that there would be those who would try to derail the peace talks between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Today, one man tried to do just that. When it was over, at least 54 people were dead and 170 were wounded. A Jewish settler who'd moved from New York to Israel 11 years ago opened fire with an automatic rifle at a mosque on the West Bank. Enraged Palestinians began to riot, and Israeli soldiers responded with more gunfire. Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin immediately apologized to Yasser Arafat for what had happened. President Clinton immediately condemned the attack, and because he says the gunman apparently wanted to sabotage those peace talks, he's invited both countries to continue the talks in Washington.
It is my hope that the parties can turn today's tragic event into a catalyst for further progress and reconciliation.
Both countries, eager to keep the talks going, have agreed to that. The man with the gun was a doctor, Baruch Goldstein, born in Brooklyn, New York. His friends say he suffered a mental crisis after a fellow settler was killed by Muslim militants 2 months ago. Goldstein was the main emergency doctor in his settlement, but friends say he had always hated Arabs and often refused to treat injured Palestinians. They say he went to synagogue just hours before the attack. The Israeli army says he took his own life after the attack. President Clinton is not only trying to calm nerves in the Middle East, he's also trying to calm some nerves on Capitol Hill. It has to do with the Russian spy scandal. Some lawmakers are hot to cut off financial aid to the Russians because of the scandal.
I urge them to resist calls to reduce or suspend our assistance for reform in Russia and the other new states of the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union.
The president calls the scandal a passing storm, but the president also says that if the charges against Aldrich Ames are true, then U.S. national security has been damaged. And he says Russia knows what it has to do to make things right and what will happen if they don't. And Clinton won't be specific, but Senate Majority Leader George Mitchell says the U.S. has demanded that Russia withdraw an intelligence officer from Washington and scale back its spy operations in this country. 1993 was the year that Northwest Airlines avoided bankruptcy by convincing its employees to take pay cuts. It's also the year that the top 5 executives at Northwest got $2.3 million in bonuses. Documents filed with Uncle Sam's Securities and Exchange Commission show that 2 of those executives got bonuses of $750,000 apiece for convincing the unions to go for the pay cuts. And those documents show that the bonuses could go even higher depending on how the company's stock is doing. Officials at Walt Disney's Epcot Center in Florida say they're dropping the Captain EO show. They say it has nothing to do with Michael's recent legal troubles. They say they'd like to keep offering new attractions and that it's time for the 3D Spectacular to be shelved for a while. Captain EO will be replaced this fall by the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Theater. What happens when you let kids name their own school? That story in sports, next. You're listening to the Don and Mike Show on WJFK. Here with a first look at traffic, Sherry Licker.
Thank you, Buzz. In Virginia, there's an accident now, Route 50 Arlington Boulevard, east of Glebe Road. In the district, a couple of problems to look out for. An accident on Pennsylvania Avenue and 12th Streets Northwest. Also one on New Jersey and New York Avenue Northwest, so be careful through there. It's still right now on westbound 66 from Nutley Street out to 123. Apparently, before Nutley Street, there's a lot of cans in the roadway, so police are on their way to check that out. I'm Sherry Licker, Metro Traffic Control for WJFK.
I got my cans, baby. That's DJ talk. Are you asking for cans, Sherry?
No, they're just in the road.
Oh, okay. I just heard cans. Right away, I jumped into action. You mean the radio headphones in the road somewhere? I need my cans, baby.
That might be it.
How are those bruised lungs of yours, Sherry?
I'm breathing, but that's about it.
Do you need any kind of help with that?
Oxygen or anything? No, I'm...
Vapor rub?
No.
She has bruised lungs from her accident a week ago. Hi-oh!
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll be a godsend for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the short term, you know.
Doctor, how can I increase the swelling?
They call it chest trauma, and I said, I'll say. I've known that all my life. Anyway, you're welcome.
In sports, this just in, New York Yankees shortstop Phil Rizzuto and longtime manager Leo DeRocher have been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee. Women's figure skating finals have begun, as we mentioned, in Lillehammer. The replay of that event tonight on CBS is expected to be the biggest televised sporting event in American history. Today's freestyle counts for 2/3 of each skater's final score. Oksana Bayul, who was hurt in a collision during practice yesterday, is said to be experiencing back pain. She's currently in second place behind Nancy Kerrigan. Nancy will skate 20th out of 24 skaters. She'll take the ice about an hour from now. Last year, Nancy had trouble with the long program and finished in 5th place and in tears. But this year, her confidence is said to be at an all-time high. Tanya Harding takes the ice just minutes from now, but she's considered to be out of the running for a medal.
Well, then Nancy Kerrigan, she does have some huge teeth.
Scary teeth.
Last night when she was on with Letterman's mom, it was a real battle of the big teeth there. And then when Dave would come on, it was like, nothing but the big teeth.
Would you like some cocoa?
You know, the funniest part of that whole thing last night with Letterman's mom was when she was talking to Tanya. Tanya.
Just standing there yelling for Tanya, and Tanya was totally ignoring her.
Tanya. Just standing there like she didn't have a care in her. Tanya.
And Tanya Harding did.
Insurance.
Will skate 20th out of 24 skaters. She'll take the ice about an hour from now. Last year, Nancy had trouble with the long program and finished in 5th place and in tears. But this year, her confidence is said to be at an all-time high. Tanya Harding takes the ice just minutes from now, but she's considered to be out of the running for a medal.
Well, then Nancy Kerrigan, she does have some huge teeth.
Scary teeth.
Last night when she was on with Letterman's mom, it was a real battle of the big teeth there. And then when Dave would come on, it was like, nothing but the big teeth.
Would you like some cocoa?
You know, the funniest part of that whole thing last night with Letterman's mom was when she was talking to Tanya. Tanya.
Just standing there yelling for Tanya, and Tanya was totally ignoring her.
Tanya. Just standing there like she didn't have a care in her. Tanya.
And Tanya Harding did not look happy. She did not look like a pleased young lady.
Hey, and how about that Don Imus? Yeah, super appearance. And I don't mean his appearance on the show. I mean his physical appearance.
Is he hooked up to anything when he comes out there? I'm just curious. What keeps him going?
Pay the insurance.
The 29-year-old he just married, I think.
Wow.
Oh, I hope she signed the papers.
Texas Tech has joined Texas A&M and Baylor in defecting from the Southwest Conference to the Big Eight. Texas University is expected to follow suit later today, bringing the Southwest Conference another step closer to extinction. Finally, maybe you remember the controversy in Greenwood, South Carolina, where somebody thought it would be a good idea to let the kids name their new elementary school. The kids had a little election, and they chose Springfield Elementary, after the school Bart goes to on The Simpsons. Well, naturally, some of the grown-ups of Greenwood were aghast. Bart Simpson, they said again, is no role model. The controversy went all the way to the local school board, which has decided with the kids. Springfield Elementary it shall be. The local newspaper carried a quote that sums up the whole thing. The quote goes, "At least they didn't call it Beavis and Butthead Elementary."
I don't think this contest is over yet, Buzz.
Okay.
If that is your real name.
The quote is attributed to Bart Simpson. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
Thanks, Buzz. Be right back on WJFK.
Well, I'm going to keep playing. No, you're going to be a good boy. Uh-oh, the cuckoo kids. That means it's time to go. WJFK's Don and Mike pre-show is over. The stage has been set. Tens of thousands of watts of radio power are now being focused on our satellite, linking our signal to radio stations across the country. The Don and Mike Show is on. Nationally, America. This is the Don and Mike Show from 106.7 WJFK FM, Manassas, Washington, D.C. and 1300 AM. WJFK Baltimore. Attention affiliates, the Don and Mike Show is copyright 1994. Infinity Broadcasting, all rights reserved, and is a production of WJFK Washington, presented by the Unistar Radio Network.
Why don't you run outside and jerk yourself a soda?
Hey, take jerks. I listen to them on the way home from work. Don and Mike on WJFK. Hey, take jerks.
mentioned that in one of your interviews with John Candy, I believe, it looked like an older interview, you had less hair than you have today. How do you explain that?
I don't wear a wig, sir.
Paint your bald spot?
What bald spot?
You paint your bald spot?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. My hair grows.
Do you paint your bald spot?
I don't have a bald spot.
How come you had less hair on the tape?
Maybe my hair grew. Maybe I had a bad haircut that day. By the way, something. What do you care?
Paint your bald spot?
I don't. Do you paint your bald spot?
Paint your bald spot?
I'm sick.
You know, there's a little dick in all of them.
My husband's a very important man, very busy at the office. Can't do without him. I'm very grateful he's giving me this much time.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just say thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Remember, you are my number one guy. Yes, sir.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night? Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic? You or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Pick up your phone and call the professionals. Ghostbusters. Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all of your supernatural elimination needs. We're ready to believe you. Hi there, this is Blues Brother, Ghostbuster, and Cokehead, Dan McCoy. And you know what? None of us ever listened to Don Geronimo and Michael Farrell.
Like my brother.
Drama contains adult language and scenes with partial nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
From the Redhead Room, inside the Ambush Center, in scenic, beautiful, and really toothless Fairfax, Virginia, it's the Don and Mike Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. Starring Don Geronimo and featuring Mike O'Mara with Buzz Burbank, Diana Sealman, Sherry Licker, Billy Ray Reed, along with Rob A. the Judge, and the Don and Mike family of tofu-eating dropouts from society with no real clue. Dear, dear. Today, we welcome TV legend and all-round gifted singer, Buddy Ebsen, live in studio.
Jethro's a powerful man.
Let's meet the three happiest couples from last night's group bowling date. It's the Donnie Countdown.
Hi, everybody. Rock on.
Another edition of Guess the Whoopee. More calls to people with funny names right out of the phone book. Rob A. dials for transvestites.
Dearie dear.
Along with the Don and Mike disease of the day.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. She loves you. Yeah.
Today, chronic hemorrhoids.
Hello, Rush.
Enough of that. It's on with the tomfoolery and hijinks, and without further ado, let the big old bad old cartoon begin. Cartoon begin.
Thank you.
Don Geronimo and Michael Mara, WJFK, KB Radio.
And thank you from the heart of my bottom for listening to this frequency wherever you And we're not fat.
We're white.
We are Catholic.
And we are sick about it.
And you out there, as always, thanks a big old buttload for listening to the show today. Heck, golly gee whiz every day on these fine stations in these fine cities, WJFK FM, Washington, D.C., WJFK AM, Baltimore, WWKB, the Big 1520, Buffalo, WQIK, Tampa Bay, 1010 Talks, WLAS, Jacksonville, North Carolina, News Talk 610, WIOD, Miami, WCHV, Charlottesville, Virginia, WNDE, Indianapolis, WNSP, FM, Mobile, Alabama, Darwin's Waiting Room, WGUS, Augusta, Georgia, KIZS, Jaws FM, Reno, Nevada, WHTK, Rochester, KACY, Lafayette, Louisiana, WHSY, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
WCMB, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. KQAM, Wichita, Kansas. WXX, W98.9, barely on the dial. Webster, Massachusetts. WARA, Attleboro, Massachusetts. 105.9, Des Moines. WLNI, Lynchburg, Virginia. WARK, Hagerstown, Maryland. KCPS, Burlington, Iowa. We go out in California on Monday's show. We start out there in Sacramento.
Good.
Also, I believe in Fresno, and like I've been telling you, we sign on, I think, in maybe 10 new markets in the next 10 days.
Wonderful.
So things are really happening, and we have you to thank for that. We do appreciate your patronage. There he is, right there.
I don't think this contest is over yet, Buzz.
Oh, yeah?
If that is your real name.
No, it's not. And there he is, radio's Buzz Burbank. Hello, Buzz.
Hi, Don. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Buzz.
And she of the bruised lungs. Here is the beauteous Sherry Licker. Hello, Sherry.
Hi, guys.
And the bruised lungs, now we found out, are from the car accident.
Yeah, it's called a crush injury.
Ooh.
It's from the impact of the seatbelt holding me back.
Ouch. Well, you're so small. You're so petite to begin with.
Not a lot of meat in that area, so...
You're just like a dainty figure skater yourself, so that must have been quite a trauma for your body to take.
Yeah, among the other things. That was the diagnosis today.
And are there other problems? Are there other problems you didn't tell me about?
No, just the pain.
The pain? Are you taking the pills? Did you bring the pills into work?
I cannot find those prescriptions. I remember I told you I lost them somewhere. They were
Sherry,
in a
how many
folder.
times do we have to remind you? Buzz, you want to help me on this one? How many times do we have to remind you? When you get something good... What were you doing, Buzz?
I was getting out the prescription.
He always keeps the little vial in his pocket.
When you get something good, you bring it into work, you chop it into fours, and everybody has a great weekend.
Bring enough for the whole class.
And that way you make sure no one gets sick.
I know.
That's the way you do it. That's the way you fight illness.
Is a little bit of you kind of digging the fact that you're recovering from this? I mean, you came in today and you said, I have bruised lungs.
No. I told you that because we were comparing my lung condition to somebody else's. But
oh, there you go.
Yeah. No, actually, I think I'm happy to be alive.
You have better lungs than I miss in the morning. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, scary. There's a scary-looking guy.
1 foot in the grave last night from the Letterman show. Man, I know that he's on a lot of the same stations we're on around the country. I hope your managers out there got a good look at that. I hope you got more than like a 6-month contract with that guy.
Yeah, if you're thinking for the long-term plan, I think you might want to go with this show.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to be around much. You know, someone could probably just hide outside his studios there in New York, and he comes out every day and go, boo! That would be it. Or as Barney Fife would say, boo! That's the big one. Well, I'm glad you're feeling good, Sherry.
Thank you.
And nice to have everybody here. Buzz, you know, yesterday when I was telling you we had our insurance canceled, right? As it turns out, you mentioned to me that it might not be canceled, that it might just be
non-renewed.
Non-renewed.
It's about the same thing.
Same thing. Well, I went home and I looked at the letter last night, and the letter does indeed say we're simply being non-renewed.
Yeah.
We're not being canceled. But talk about being just real ball busters.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know? Yeah. You want to know what they're signing? Speeding tickets from 5 years ago. They had, here's the reason you're being canceled.
Wow.
Right. And they had like speeding tickets from 1989.
Was it multiple pages? Could you hold it up and it would fan fold? It would unfold that way?
No.
Flap.
No, I've been there before though. I've been on the other end of those papers, but
It just doesn't seem fair to me that but I mean, it's the system, it's the way it works that insurance companies can do whatever they want.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And now we are up the river without a paddle. I guess what we're going to have to do, if we can't find an insurance company, we have only one of two choices now, my wife and I. We can either do one of those deals like on TV, where you see the guy that goes, no insurance, no problem.
Yeah.
Have you tried another major? I take it this was kind of a major insurance company.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, have you tried another major? Because I
want to call State Farm major, yeah.
I got oh my. Well,
Yeah.
I got non-renewed by one major car insurance
Just let me
company.
say this.
I just went to another one and they took me just fine.
Geico is not beating a path to my door. They are looking for the safest drivers, and I guess even though I haven't had any tickets for 3 years now, that part of my past is never going to go away, I guess.
State Farm is the toughest because they rejected us too. Because if you have even one black mark on your record, forget it.
That's
You
funny,
can't do it.
that's the company I went to when the other company non-renewed me.
Oh, that's encouraging. So we got two choices, the way I understand it. We can either get it from the guy on TV,
Yeah.
which I don't feel really good about.
Well, but, insurance is insurance, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Does it strike you that the guy on TV, if you really had a big fender bender, that you'd go there for the claim and it'd be like,
Yeah, I do get that feeling. Then the other choice is what Sherry mentioned yesterday, which is the state of Virginia. It's like they get all the losers who can't get any insurance and they decide to insure you, but they charge some incredible amount.
yeah.
And I believe that that's the route that we're going to be forced to go.
I bet you'll find an insurance company that will take you.
Aren't those insurance companies just a front for the state? I mean, isn't that basically what you're doing anyways? You're just paying a company instead of the state? It's all about the same?
I wish I could tell you, Mommy. I don't know. I just don't. I just get in the car and I come to work, and sometimes they give me a ticket for driving too fast, and then, boom, no insurance. And I'll tell you when this came up last night. My wife and I were having kind of a serious discussion about insurance. Now, tell me if this won't unnerve you. We're watching Seinfeld last night, which was, a mediocre one, not one of the great ones. Mm-hmm. So we're having a little conversation during this, and we start talking about insurance. I mentioned to her, I saw the letter upstairs that says, they're still listing my speeding tickets from 1989, and we're going back and forth on this. And then it got to the point of the show when, did y'all see the show last night?
Yeah.
Winnie Lane looked down at her date in the car there, and he had his thing out.
Right.
Well, now, right in the middle of this discussion about insurance, Frida looks at the TV, and she says to me without missing a beat, she's like, now, if you hadn't gotten that speeding ticket in 1989, we wouldn't be in this problem. Hey, I had that happen to me once on a date. So anyway, if you hadn't had this problem in 1989...
So she kind of buried the fact that a man exposed himself on a date?
Yeah, so then I had to go back, and I'm like, what was it? And she's like, always with her, oh, it's no big deal. But as it turns out, I mean, to me, it was kind of a big deal.
I think to any guy it would be a big deal. I'm sure that's not behavior that you engaged in before you met your lovely wife.
Jeez, I'd never have the guts to. She said that what happened was she had this guy, a guy that we both know. I mean, he's happily married now, so I won't give his name on the radio.
Will you lip sync it to me?
Well, I don't know how well you know. I introduced him to you at a convention.
Okay.
Out in California. Who?
No, okay, not that guy. All right.
Who did you think it was?
I thought it was a record guy. A record guy.
She's got more class than that.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
She's got a record guy.
I didn't know. You used to be a radio guy. I thought it was that.
No, he's just his radio guy, and I guess that he'd been over at her apartment. I don't know what he was doing over there, but she had gotten up to get some tea or something for them, some iced tea. And she said she came back to the couch, and there he was.
Completely naked?
No, just had his thing out. See, that's what happened on Seinfeld last night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just picturing that. You're
and
Elaine got
in the car with this guy, and they start talking, and he's like, well, can I have a kiss goodnight? And she's like, well, can I see you again? And then she looked down, and she went, oh, like that, because he had it out. And as it turned out, it's happened to my wife.
Wow!
Happened to my wife.
And she didn't seem fazed by it. Did she throw the guy out as soon as it happened?
No, I didn't. I got flustered right away, and I didn't really ask her about it. I'm like, well, what did you do? And she said, well, I told him that I wasn't interested, and I went back in the kitchen. And I'm like, I'm ready to let it go, right? Like, all right, well, it happened a long time ago before I knew her. Then she goes, oh, he wasn't circumcised.
Details.
Thank you, honey.